some additional shows. We will be continuing with the $10 pit passes for children, 12 and under, and as always, 12 and under, the grandstands are free. We'll also be continuing our ladies' night for a few nights this year during the summer, and adding a fan appreciation night. Okay, at this time, I'd also like to introduce to you our racing family. Please stand when I call your name and ask that, I hold the applause until I'm done, okay? We'll get everybody going. First and foremost, I want to thank my mother-in-law, Retta Watson, for all the work she does over on the grandstand side. And also Dave Rookstool for all the work he does for us at the pit concessions. Okay, now I want to thank and introduce to you Bill and Diane Hyman, our stock car sponsors, and Hyman Repair Service, Brandon Blocklinger, and Jim, BMS, I'm sorry, the Sport Mod class sponsor, Bob and Lorinda Benoit, Bad Boy Bail Bonds, Gene Hyman, our track welder, Mr. IMCA Dave Brandt, Carrie Becker. Where's Carrie tonight? There she is. That's my all-world girl right there. She keeps me out of more trouble than you guys can imagine. Oh, Lord. Thanks, Carrie. I guess Rachel's sick, so she's not here tonight. I haven't seen Jenny yet, but if you're here, hi, Jenny. Lance Swain, front straightaway track official. Kevin Unscheid, fire truck, track, dirt, everything. Kevin helps us a lot. Henry Cox, record driver. C.L. Berger, he's fire and EMT crew. Colby Berger, he helps with cleaning. Randy Lynch, security. Shelley Boatwright, kitchen. Megan Boatwright, kitchen. There's Shelley and Megan. Dee Dee Charles, head pit gate. Hi, Dee. Debbie Pontoya, pit gate. Carly Erickson, pit gate. And that'll probably just about get everybody at this point. And Danny Charles, yeah. Where's Dan? There he is. How you doing, Dan? Let's see. I have our announcer, Mr. Larry Lowry Jr., be doing the MC tonight for you. And Mr. Larry Mazictino, our track photographer, volunteer, and all around just good buddy. Make sure that you let Dave and Tanya Sutherland, they do the videos for us. Make sure you go to his site, hit the like button on there, and let's get his deal bumped up and get it going. This time I want to make sure you all give them a big round of applause and tell them thanks for the job they do that makes it possible for 2015, 2014, and this people. They do an awesome job for us. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn the show over to Dave Brin for some IMCA updates, and we'll go from there.
Somebody made off with the hole through here. There's one piece of it left. All right, we got a little speech on another subject, but I want to thank everybody who's been racing Thunder Hill Speedway and IMCA racing all the season. Very proud to be associated with Thunder Hill Speedway. I worked here their first 3 seasons that they opened, and they were IMCA from the start, and I think
no, you're good.
Done a very good job for us and put us in a very good light as a racetrack. There's almost 300 people here tonight. There's only 500 and some people in our national banquet. So I think that says a lot for the job that they're doing, and I appreciate you all holding down the fort and carrying the banner like that. Thanks to all the racers, same story. Racing IMCA, sometimes you just race what your racetrack races, but there are choices in this world. Pam says that a lot. And a lot of you have chosen Thunder Hill Speedway and IMCA, and again, I thank you so much for that. Pam asked me to give a little talk about a little more serious subject, so let's try to have that while we're all together and before this party gets going too fast. Anybody going too fast already? Surely someone. That guy. Party on. So you wanted me to talk about sportsmanship, so I did a little research, in racing sportsmanship and other sports and came up with this. It seems the sportsmanship and standards that define sportsmanship are getting a little lost in our sport. It's a challenging time for racers and racetracks. A lack of sportsmanship really has a detrimental effect on the success and satisfaction for racers and the business of racing. I sure have been to a lot of the racetracks in the last couple of years and seen a lot of things, and I try to take something from every one of those racetracks, and I really picked up on that. For whatever reason, there's just an extraordinary amount of conflict. So I want to address that a little bit. Problems in the pits are often a direct result of problems on the racetrack. So if the racetrack is doing a good job and you're not, that is something to consider. I haven't seen too many fights in the pits that didn't involve something that started on the racetrack. The flagman can't control everything in the racetrack, though, and a snap judgment by a racer in the heat of the moment can only be dealt with after it happens. And many times people are like, well, how did you let that happen? Well, I'm not going to throw myself out there in front of the speeding car. But the guy in that car, the guy that puts a helmet on and forgets who he is, forgets who you are. Tony Stewart, he gets paid to be like that. Good sportsmanship is a real solution to a lot of problems in racing. So what is good sportsmanship? Sportsmanship is synonymous with respect. Don't confuse that with popularity. Win enough races, no matter how clean you do it, and you'll figure out everyone hates a winner pretty quick. Unfortunately, that's the price of fame. If you ever seen any of those Anyone But Jimmy or Anyone But Jeff shirts, you'll know what I'm talking about. All I ask is that you, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Jackie Robinson said, I am not concerned with your liking or disliking me as much as I just ask that you respect me as a human being. All a racer asks for is respect on the racetrack, just like the other racers do. You give it and you get it. Sportsmanship is being positive. One bad race or event shouldn't make you forget all the positive things that happen on the racetrack every week. If winning was easy, the wins would mean much less when they do happen. So make sure you enjoy those when they happen and realize that that possibility always exists. Often a racer is on the track with 20 or more other racers, and they all know before the drop of the green that only one of them is going to be the winner. So enjoy them when it happens. A good sportsman, a good sportsman keeps his head up and looks forward to next week's challenge. Sportsmanship is being the example. The world is always watching. Your sponsors, your kids, your family, your friends. Don't think that every move you make isn't watched and seen by somebody, and it could very likely end up on YouTube. So I have learned. So be cautious in what you say and what you do. If I said everything I felt like saying in a heated moment and did everything I thought about doing on the spur of the moment, there'd be some hurt feelings and maybe a few sore necks in the tech area. But I hold it in because I know that I'm easily recognizable in what my position is, and if you don't think you're as important and probably more important than I am at the racetrack, you are wrong. People know I can pick you out of a crowd any day, and nobody in that grandstand knows who I am. At Super Nationals, we try to keep things in pre-race and post-race tech as light as possible. We're in uniform. There's no mistaking who we are. It's a long week of long days, and it could get ugly if we let it get that way, but as my buddy Davey says, you have to keep laughing or I'm going to choke somebody. Set the example in moments of conflict and watch how others will follow your example. Sportsmanship is about reciprocity. There's your Google word search of the day. That's a noun, by the way. Meaning a reciprocal relationship, give and take, or returning a favor. Many racers have gone so far to help another racer make the main event, even at the expense of their own race. Loaned a guy a part who's ever took a wheel, a tire, a gear, a motor, and swapped it and helped some guy who was racing for a championship or racing for his first win, his first night on the pole. He did something else and actually didn't race. It happens often. It is a moment for both those racers that can mean as much as winning, almost. Do yourself a favor and do someone else a favor. It comes to pay you back twofold plus. Sportsmanship is patience. You can't win it on the first lap is a pretty common phrase around the racetrack. Patience on the track and off will make your season much better in so many ways. Hunting down a promoter right after your crash probably isn't going to get you the answer you're looking for. Sprinting down to the other guy's pit might catch you walking back with a shiner instead of the satisfaction you're really hoping for. Yeah, that happens. Show some patience and let in the officials deal with the conflict. Give the other guy a chance to explain his side of the story. He may just take the blame, offer to help, and that's obviously a better outcome than the kid in the shiner. I challenge everyone to demonstrate some true sportsmanship for 2015. This could easily be the only racetrack racing for quite a distance this year, depending on how things come out elsewhere. And I can assure you, if you've been racing at Mayetta and racing at Thunderhill, then you know that Pam and Mike mean business, the officials mean business. There's an expectation being made, and those people that meet that expectation or beat that expectation are successful. The least amount of conflict I ever have is with winners. So if you want to be one, or you are one and want to win some more, etc., you got to get the right mindset. You can buy all the right parts and do all the right things, but if you can't control yourself for 10 laps, then them wins aren't going to come like you hope. Treat each other with respect, set the example, stay positive, and show some patience on and off the racetrack. We'll surely all be better for that. I'll leave you with a quote from the late, great Dale Earnhardt. Racing is a never-ending battle of making your cars better, but also trying to be better yourself. Thank you.
We'd like again to thank Mr. Brent coming from IMCA to be with us here again tonight. I want to welcome everybody again to Thunderhill Speedway's 2014 awards presentation here. I am Larry Lowry Jr. For most of you that don't know me, I'm a professional national anthem singer. I usually tour around the country singing national anthems, but somehow this year I got roped into announcing the dirt tracks, and Thunderhill Speedway was my home track. And I want to thank Pam and Mike and everybody from Thunderhill for allowing me to be a part of their season at the end of the season this year, and I look forward to the upcoming season in 2015. You know, it was another great racing season this year at Thunderhill Speedway. The 2014 season, like Pam said, brought 16 different points races on the edge of your seat racing. And I tell you what, I go to a lot of races at a lot of different racetracks and a lot of different events all across the Midwest. Last year, Thunderhill Speedway, by far, hands down, had some of the best racing, if not the best racing of all, that I've seen ever. And that's hats off to all of you guys here today, because I tell you what, Dave talks about sportsmanship. I saw a lot of sportsmanship, a lot of respect, and a lot of great racing out of you guys in this room. And without you guys, Thunderhill Speedway doesn't have the characteristic that it deserves or needs, and that comes from each and every one of you. You know, our season, the finale, didn't go the way that everybody wanted. Weather, it seems like every year weather's got to be a problem around here. It's not the way that everybody wants, but it's something that we learned to live with in Kansas. We all bounced back from it, but the Friday night event was one of the best races I think I'd ever seen. I like it when you go to the pit area and you see all of the different faces that are here to race for us, and you see all of our locals, and you see how everybody stacks up. And another testament to you guys is when people come from other tracks to Thunderhill Speedway, they find out cherry picking isn't easy. The Thunderhill races are just as tough as you can blame all over the United States. We would like to send out a special thanks to our class sponsors again, Jay and Yvette Neal of BSB Manufacturing, Bill and Diane Heinen of Heinen Repair Service, Brandon Blocklinger of Belleville Motorsports, who has also supplied us with fuel parts at the track, Bob and Lorinda Benoit of Bad Boys Bail Bonds, and Casey's General Store. We'd also like to thank Gary Olberting of Pit Pass Liquor for bringing us our Pit Pass Liquor Victory Lane again for the 2014 season. We want to thank Gene Heinen as well for doing all the welding at the racetrack and providing all of his services. Please give them another big round of applause before we get started. At this time, I'd like to ask Mike Concrete to come back to the front with us. We would like to acknowledge a couple of our volunteers at the facility at this point in time. First gentleman we'd like to have come up is Larry Mazzictino, the track photographer, and just about all do anything that you ask out here from Larry. Let's give a very big round of applause. We've got a nice award here for him. Mike has got a...
You're fine. I was just going to say, Larry, nobody's here to take a picture of us, so everybody get out your cell phone. Larry, you know, he's been helping us since we started this deal. Day in, day out, he's there every week. 9 times out of 10, he beats me to the racetrack on Saturday. So we just want to say thanks a lot, Larry. You mean the world to us. And your wife as well, Marguerite, thanks. This has been awesome. I hope it continues. That's a little something from all of us to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. We thank him for everything that he does. Larry Mazzicchino. The next volunteers that we'd like to honor are David and Tanya Sutherland, who handle the video at Thunder Hill Speedway. If you could come up, we'd like to honor you folks at this time. You know, if you're here at the banquet and you listen to the announcements each and every week at the racetrack, and with the way the technology and everything has gone and the social media and everything, for Thunder Hill to have all of their races up on the internet each and every week after they're done, it says a lot. And the event and the work that these folks do for us each and every week with the in-car cameras, the cameras on the track, they basically give you a whole lot when a lot of racetracks won't give you anything. So, again, let's give David and Tanya Sutherland another big round of applause.
Tanya, thanks a lot. We appreciate all your help and everything you do for us. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, if all of you get on YouTube, it would really help us out. You watch the videos, but we need that thumbs up like. Google likes that. Then they can sell their little advertising, and eventually we get a little check in the mail. It's a little something, but I'd like every one of those views to have a thumbs up.
There you go. Thumbs up, give them the help. They got a lot of cameras out there, do a lot of stuff for us. I know they had a few casualties this year with the cameras, and they bought a whole lot more for 2015. So back to Junior.
And at this time, we would like our first champion, Austin Umshide, to come up to the stage racetrack. That was the first one tonight. The IMCA Sport Compacts are brought to you by Casey's General Store. Casey's General Store is famous for their pizza. If you haven't tried a pizza and breadsticks from Casey's, you're missing out. I guarantee you there's a Casey's just down the street from me, and it is got the best pizza around. First place in our Casey's General Store IMCA Sport Compact Track Champion is the number U69 of Austin Umshide out of Westmoreland, Kansas. In 10 starts, he had 3 victories, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s. Let's give a big round of applause to your track champion, Mr. Austin Umshide.
Well, I got a lot to say, so I had to write it down on a piece of paper. We started our year off with a couple DNFs. We figured out the hard way that GM steel wheels on the right front tend to like to go airborne. Got things figured out with the new car. Ended up with 3 wins in a row, which put us in the points lead, and then just started finishing consistent. I need to thank Mr. Tire, S&S Harvesting, Fairchild Insurance Agency out of Westmoreland, Kansas. Let's see. Flying W Trucking out of Riley, Kansas. Dee Dee's Handy Corner and Westy Country Market out of Westmoreland, Kansas. We have Kent and Cindy Duggar here tonight, owners of Dee Dee's and the Westy Country Market. Thank you guys for everything you do for us. Need to thank Casey's General Stores for being our class sponsor for this year. I need to thank the Condor family. We built the car out of their shop this past winter. I need to thank Brandon, Dylan, and Ryan for all the great memories this year. Thanks, guys. Dominic and Patrick Tifo, thanks for all the advice this year, guys. Let's try to keep the horseplay down to a minimum this year. I need to thank my grandparents, Keith and Mary Umshide, for letting me come down and steal nuts and bolts out of the shop, and sometimes your truck there, Grandpa. Thank you. Morgan, Drew, and soon-to-be niece or nephew, thank you guys for everything. Mom and Dad, I can't thank you guys enough for everything. Thank you. Happy birthday, Dad, by the way. I need to thank the Conkerites for sticking with us. I I know the car counts haven't been real great this year, but we're working on that, and hopefully you'll see a lot more cars there this year in the 4-cylinder class. And I need to thank Richard Veach. He's the one that got me my start in racing, and without him I wouldn't be where I am today, so thanks to him. And thank all you guys for coming out tonight.
And there he is again, your champion for 2014 in the Casey's General Store IMCA Sport Compacts, Mr. Austin Umshide. Sometimes I forget how wide I still am. All right, at this time, we would like to have the top 10 in the Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks coming forward. We need Bob and Lorinda Benoit of Bad Boys Bail Bonds. They're here with us tonight to help us present the awards, as they're the title sponsors here in the class. They're the newest additions to Thunder Hill Speedway when it comes to sponsors. Remember, if you land in jail, Bad Boys will bail. And Mike has got an award for them too as well. Okay, now for your Bad Boys Bail Bonds, IMCA Hobby Stocks, the top 10. Starting in 10th place out of Meriden, Kansas with 11 starts. He had 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s. It's the 66L of Larry Hunter. In 8th place, out of Delia, Kansas with 15 starts, 1 top 5, 8 top 10s, and probably one of the most spectacular events of the whole year. Rolling a race car, putting it back together, and still coming out for the A main event. It shows you what kind of a trooper this guy is. Give it up for the 75 senior of Marvin Griffiths Sr. In 7th place, out of Topeka, Kansas, in 15 starts, he had 3 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Not a bad start for a rookie. The 91J of Jalen Wittengill. In the 6th position, out of Onega, Kansas, with 14 starts, 5 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, it's the 22A of Dalton Ronnebaum. In 5th place, out of Topeka, Kansas, also with 14 starts, he had 3 victories on the season, 9 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, and by far he has the most stylish beard in the joint tonight. That is the 27P of Patrick Tifo. In 4th place, also out of Onega, Kansas, with 15 starts, 1 victory, 4 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, it's the number 7 of Nicholas Ronnebaum. In 3rd place, from Americus, Kansas, in 14 starts, he also had 3 victories, 10 top 5s, 13 top 10s. The number 25 is the hitman, Tyler Heinrichs. In second place out of Topeka, Kansas with 14 starts, 1 victory, 9 top 5s, and 14 top 10s, the number 53T of Tyler Garst. Your track champion for the 2014 season for the Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks. He had 15 starts, 1 victory, 7 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. Hailing from Nebraska City, Nebraska, your champion, he is the 6B of Travis Berger.
Okay, I gotta be real honest. Camden informed us that there was going to be this speech, so I'm going to make it short and sweet. First of all, I want to thank my wife. We all know that without our spouse or significant other's approval, we would not be here, so we would be single, obviously. So, I want to thank her. I want to thank my dad. Puts a lot of hours in, probably just as many as I do on the car, wrenching on the weeks. Aaron and John, every week in the pits. They don't ask for anything, they just come down and help, so I want to thank them. I do want to say that maybe I wasn't the fastest car every week, but it does show you that dedication pays off. And I do want to thank Pam and Mike for the great tracks. I live 100 miles away. There's a couple tracks that are a lot closer. We've tried them over the years, and it's just not the same. We come down here and we fell in love with it. They do things right. They talk to you. They come see you. I know other tracks, they don't even know my name, wouldn't even know me. So I do want to thank them for the great show they put on and everything they do. And I want to thank these two. I've never really met them before, but we do appreciate having your guys' name on our class. So I want to thank you guys, everybody else. Thank you.
And he's your champion for the 2014 season of the Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks, Mr. Travis Berger. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, we give our top 10 all a big round of applause for their wonderful season of 2014. You always got like a big turnout at Crest. One of the best turnouts for a banquet that I've seen in quite some time. All right, at this time we'd also like to now talk about our top 10 in our Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mods. The drivers will ask them to come forward. Presenting the awards tonight for this class will be Brandon Blocklinger of Belleville Motorsports. He is our source for all of our racing needs at Thunder Hill Speedway. Let's give a big round of applause to Brandon as he comes up. And I believe Mike has got an award for Brandon too as well. All right, and starting with our 10th place driver here in the class out of Topeka, Kansas. In 13 starts, he had 6 top 10s. He is the number 50 of Gary Holthouse. In 9th place out of Barrington, Kansas with 15 starts, he had 2 top 5s and 5 top 10s. It is the number 18 of Jacob Davis. In 8th place out of Topeka, Kansas with 16 starts, he had 3 top 10s. It is the number 42 of Brett Degand. In 7th place out of Topeka, Kansas with 15 starts with 6 top 5s and 8 top 10s. He's also the mayor of Atchison, Kansas. It's the number 12 of Brian Rigsby. In 5th place, hailing out of Silver Lake, Kansas, in 16 starts, he had 1 top 5 and he had 8 top 10s. Soon to be father, give it up for the number 17 junior of Ricky Abrams. In 4th place, out of Auburn, Kansas, also had 16 starts on the season, 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s. It's the number 427 of Troy Baumgartner. In 3rd place, out of Baser, Kansas, also with 16 starts, he had 1 victory this season, 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s. 3rd generation racer, he's also known as the grandson and the son of Tom Charles and Dan Charles, but he's making a big name for himself. Let's give him a big round of applause for number 81 of Austin Charles. In 2nd place, out of Topeka, Kansas, with 16 starts, 2 victories, 8 top 5s, 14 top 10s, it is the L26 of Luke Stahlbaumer. And for our 2014 Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mod Track Champion, out of Cameron, Missouri, he had 16 starts, 4 wins, 12 top 5s, 13 top 10s, is the 32P of Jeremy Pitzenbarger. And we'll ask Jeremy to come up and give a speech.
Didn't know about this, but I just want to thank my pit crew right there. They was there every week, lots of hours. I've raced a lot of racetracks all over Sport Mod division, and I think Thunder Hill is probably the cleanest track I've been to. It's the funnest track, but I'd like to thank Conrad for making it nice and clean. Thanks.
Again, another big round of applause for our track champion, Jeremy Pitzenbarger, and the top 10 in your Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mod Division. We'll ask everybody to exit over to the left, grab some photos. And another full turnout. Gotta like that. At this time, we ask that our top 10 in our Heinen Repair Service IMCA stock cars please come forward. Presenting our awards will be Bill and Diane Heinen of Heinen Repair Service in Valley Falls, Kansas. Bill and Diane have been sponsoring our stock car class for 5 years. Heinen Repair Service sells everything from chainsaws to mowers and lots of used equipment in between. They're an authorized repair center for Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Kawasaki, Snapper, Snapper Pro, Ferris Country Clipper, and Still. To get the job done quick and to get to the racetrack on time, visit Heinen Repair Service for all of your outdoor needs. A big round of applause for the Heinens. In 8th place in the division with 8 starts, 1 top 5, and 6 top 10s, it's the number 1L of Jeff Rigsby. In the 6th position out of Topeka, Kansas, also with 8 starts, he had 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s, the number T22 of Mike Taylor. In 5th place, 14 starts, he had 2 victories, 6 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. It's the 99 of Brian Levante. In 4th place, out of Wamego, Kansas, with 16 starts, he had 8 top 5s and 13 top 10s. He's still trying to figure out what his nickname is going to be, but we're going to put it up on Facebook and have the fans vote on it here recently. It's the 24C of Brandon Concraft.
Oh, yeah!
In third place, out of Centralia, Kansas, he also had 16 starts. He had 9 top 5s and 15 top 10s. Perennial stock car competitor, the number 29 of Greg Dieters. In the second position with 16 starts, 1 victory, 11 top 5s, and 16 top 10s is the number 22 of Matt Haig. And our champion in the 2014 Heinen Repair Service IMCA stock cars was the Indian Outlaw himself. He had 16 starts with 4 victories, 12 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, and I just can't wait to hear his speech out of Holton, Kansas, Mr. Marvin Griffin Jr.
Alright, well, I don't talk in front of people very often, so it's kind of awkward for me. But, you guys having a good time tonight? Alright, good deal. I want to start off, start of the season wasn't the greatest start for us. I think, shoot, I don't even know. Halfway through the season, we didn't finish half the races, I don't think. Stupid stuff. Ignition coil went bad on us. As some people know, I had the white flag blues there for a few weeks. Led races, and I decided Brian Bonnie needed to win another one, so I spun out so he could win. And I think halfway through the year, stuff really started clicking along, and I want to get on a point that Dave Brent said sportsmanship. A couple years ago, the Hayes needed a car, so I loaned them my car so they could. I was third in points, Matt second in points, and then this year I had a right front go down, and sportsmanship comes into play. I went in, and we don't have a jack or nothing over there, and good old buddy Dave ran his butt off to the trailer to get a tire, and he's winded as heck getting back to the car, but Matt had problems, and then I think Mike had problems getting his car fixed, and then I said, "Can we borrow your jack?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." Well, I was waiting on Dave to get back, and they threw one of their tires on the car, and we went out and finished the race in third, so that's a good sportsmanship on the Hayes car. I wanted to thank people again on that. Like I said, if you guys need anything, or any of my other competitors need anything, come on over to the 75 and pick. We'll help you out. Now, I don't want to be like Mike Nichols and talk your ear off all night, but I want to get on something of appreciation, and I want to appreciate Mike and Pam, Heinen Repair Service for the sponsorships that they do for the class, all the tow truck drivers, concession stand people, gate people, employees of Thunder Hill, whatever. Thank you guys, and I got to thank, my speech is thanks, my family, friends, most of all my mom and my dad for everything they do. Little Braden James, he's trooper, gangs in there. And then my friends that come out and help me on the car, appreciate them. And I can't thank this guy enough, and his wife, David K. Hill. Them guys, I gotta thank Kay first for letting Dave come over and help me on the car. Because Dave come to me like 2009. I was about to give up because I couldn't get the handle on things, and Dave said, "I'll help you out." So he helped me out, and he's been helping me out ever since, and I appreciate that. And so, if it wasn't for Dave and Kay and my parents, I wouldn't be up here giving this speech right now. And there's something else that I'll say, but I forgot. But on another part of appreciation, I don't pay people to help me because I don't have much money to give people. But I did with my friends. I said, "Hey, I got another car, we're racing another track, you guys can go out and run it. And I drive my car." That's appreciation that I can show for your guys' help. And so I told Dave, I said, "You come out and drive the car anytime you want. I don't want to drive." I said, "All right, that's fine." So the only way that I can show my appreciation for Dave is I'd actually like Dave to come up here right now, because because I have something for him. And so, if you come up here, I want to show my appreciation of all your help for the past however many years. And I want to give him this track championship coat that we get from IMCA. It says Dave Hill, 75 MMA Outlaw Star Guard Champion. He's my crew chief. So I want to give that to Dave Hill for all of his help. And last and foremost, I want to say that I might have took the car to where it needed to go, but I'm not the actual champion. If you call me the champion, that's fine, but it's 75M team, the friends, the family, all of them, that's the real champions here. So that's all I got to say, and thank you, and have a good time. God bless you.
And we give your track champion, Marvin Griffiths Jr., and the rest of the top 10 for your Honda Repair Service IMCA stock cars in 2014. So again, ask these gentlemen to move over to the left side, get some pictures, get some more contingency prizes, and have a lot more fun. At this time, we'll move forward into our top 10 in our BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modifieds as they're going to be stepping forward. We regret that J and Delbert Smith couldn't join us this evening. BSB Manufacturing is a manufacturing company that has been building some of the best racing suspension parts on the market for the last 20 years. Jay and Delbert are extremely knowledgeable in race car suspension performance. We appreciate the support they give both Thunderhill Speedway and our drivers. They too have been with us for the last 5 years, and what an epic battle this class has been providing over those last 5 years. It is something of epic proportions. Starting off in our 10th place out of Manhattan, Kansas, in 16 starts, he had one top 10. It's the number 27T of Tim Umshire. In 9th place out of Topeka, Kansas, also 16 starts. 4 top 10s were on his resume. It's the number 7 of Anthony Tanner. In 8th place out of Westmoreland, Kansas, with 14 starts, he had 4 top 5s and 9 top 10s. It's the number 19 of Dave Conkright. In 6th place out of Savannah, Missouri, making all 16 starts, he had 8 top 10s. He is one of the elder statesmen in this division, and he is one of the best. It's number 81S of Richard Spriggs. In 5th place out of Hoyt, Kansas, 16 starts, he had 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s. It's the number 178 of Alan Halderman. In 4th place out of Baster, Kansas, with 16 starts, 3 top 5s, and 13 top 10s, it's the number 81 of Tom Charles. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Tom was another one of our elder statesmen in this division. But I tell you what, they provide a lot of character for this class. In our 3rd position out of Holden, Kansas, he had 16 starts, he had 1 victory, 5 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. Please welcome the number 70 of Justin Becker. Our 2014 BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modified Track Champion out of Topeka, Kansas. He had 16 starts. He had 1 victory, 10 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. He put a lot of battle and a lot of fight in the last few weeks of the season to come and take the championship. It's a well-deserved honor for him this year. Give it up for the M80 of Matt Stahlbaumer. Well, that's a good-looking beard, too, but I mean, I don't know, we might have to let it grow just a little bit longer. Congratulations, sir. Oh, yeah. You're not getting away that easy. Yeah, I know the deal exactly.
Alright, so I figured if I'm going to be up here, I might as well make some other people stand up because, Tom Charles knows here, it's not the driver that wins the points championship, it's the crew, it's everything else that goes on around here. First of all, I'd like to thank my mom and dad. Mom and dad, stand up. Go ahead and keep standing, and I'm telling you guys, hold your applause because your hands are gonna hurt. Keep standing, come on. My girlfriend, Morgan, stand up. She deals with me in the garage. I love my race cars, so she's got to deal with that. Dutch at Big O Tires, go ahead and stand up. The sponsors are massive, guys, and every one of you guys know that. Sponsors, if you didn't have sponsors, we wouldn't be a race team. Bob and Lorinda, did I say that right? Stand up. Bad Boy Bail Bonds, great people. If you get thrown in jail tonight, way home, give them a call. A couple people that couldn't be here tonight, Greg at Shockwave Electric, Derek Reed at Reed's Ringside Bar and Grill, my mom and dad who are already standing in Smith Brothers Transmission. Thank you guys very much. As far as crew goes, my whole family is part of my crew, so I need my brothers, Kyle, Luke, Tim, go ahead and stand up. We got Shane Smith and Lance Smith. These guys, they're there every single weekend. You can't stop anything from getting them to the racetrack. They're coming no matter what. Carlton, stand up. You're here with us too. If I'm going to stand, you are too. Jake King, stand up. You've been a part of this for a long time. Cody Mason, stand up. Really, I need anybody that's at them tables over there. I need all of you guys to stand up. Go ahead and stand up. We can drag this out all night long. Stand up. If you guys want to applaud for somebody, applaud for this table because that's who puts this thing on. Now I'm going to talk about something a little bit different here. I don't know if anybody will do it, but it'll be pretty cool if everybody ends up doing this. If you're a driver at Thunder Hill Speedway, I need you to stand up. Because if nobody was here as a driver, we wouldn't have an awards banquet. So I need everybody, if you drive a race car, stand up. I need my whole table to stand up as well. Keep standing, guys. Come on, keep standing over there. If you're one of the drivers if you're a crew member of one of the drivers that are standing, stand on up. Come on, stand up. I know there's more crew guys out there today. Half the people in here are crew people. Come on, stand up, stand up. I know there's more than that. If you're a wife or a girlfriend, go ahead and stand up. Because these are the people that make this happen week in and week out. If you work at the racetrack, stand up. Yeah, I'm just going to say, if you're a track owner, stand up. I'm just saying, everybody, go ahead and just stand up. Everybody, go ahead and stand up. I was really aiming this at getting a standing round of ovation for my speech. So go ahead and give everybody a round of applause. I'm done. Thank you.
That's a very sweet eye test. The best way to get a standing O that I've ever heard. I'm going to have to make sure I use that. Again, ladies and gentlemen, your track champion in the modifieds, Mr. Matt Stahlbaumer, and the rest of the top 10 in your BSB manufacturing IMCA modifieds. And again, we'll ask them to move over to the left, pick up some pictures, and we'll have them grab some contingency awards. We would also like each of the classes top 10 to come back up after this is over with so we can get some more pictures, and we'd also like the track champions of each of the classes to come back up for some more pictures. I want to thank again everybody for coming out here to the 2014 Thunder Hill Speedway Awards Banquet tonight. You know, you can say so much about what's going on in the world and what's going on in our racing community right now, but all you have to do is look at the 3 screens that have been up and you look at the product that Thunder Hill Speedway, and you the racers, you the fans, and you the workers, everybody that provides each and every Saturday night. There is no other statement that can say anything better than that, because you guys put on one of the best shows in the United States when it comes to dirt track racing. So one more time, please give yourselves a big round of applause. At this time, I will go ahead and end it for my part of the night. I want to thank everybody for allowing me to come up and speak, and I'll hand it back over to Mr. Mike Concrete.
Thanks, Peter. Great job. Okay, I got a couple of things I want to say. First and foremost, happy birthday, Marvin Sr. And happy birthday, Kevin Umshot. And also, I want to thank Beth Umshot, front gate, Sandy Tanner, and Phil Boatwright, the guy that does our pit gate, never wavers, always there, never leave. He's an awesome guy. Get to know Phil. Okay, again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the Thunder Hill Banquet. We're looking forward to 2015, getting ready to get started. I'd like to remind everybody, please don't drink and drive. If you need help, call somebody, me, anybody. Don't drink and drive, guys. Make sure you're careful. Also, just have a blessed night. Know that we all want you to be there in 2015. We can't wait to get started. We're going to take some pictures. I appreciate everybody coming.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.